So Apps4Africa really is to give voice to African people. It's the challenges, the contests we run every year is to give the voice to African people, and every year we choose a team. So in 2010 we choose a team on social entrepreneurship, and then in 2011, because we were going to go to Durban, we wanted to give a voice to African people before going to Durban. So that's why we said, well, why don't we do an Apps4Africa challenge on climate change issues? So then we can at least go and brainstorm across the continent and let people discuss the climate change issues. So that's what we've been doing. So we've been traveling across 20 countries. So I've been organizing this in West Africa and Central, East Africa, and now we're finishing Southern Africa. So Zimbabwe is part of Southern Africa. So the contest will end on March 30th. So I'm going to Botswana, Mozambique, and Madagascar to finish the contest for 2011. And hopefully we'll have 2012 and 2013 contest again on different issues. So again, the Zimbabwe is very important for us because, you know, Zimbabwe, we don't hear Zimbabwe a lot on a good notes around the world. So the idea is really to come and put Zimbabwe on the map. So we've chosen to come to Zimbabwe so we can give the voice to people in Zimbabwe, and then find hopefully a winner in Zimbabwe who can develop applications on climate change issues. So
there are some people maybe who don't have access to technologies. Do you also have a room for gathering input through traditional means of communication?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we put this. The reason why we put people together for this Apps4Africa contest is that, you know, we're just not talking to technologists, people who understand technology, but we also talk to people who, environmentalists, people who they understand climate change issues. I think we need to start understanding what climate change is and how this is affecting us locally, and then we can start probably, you know, applying this into our day-to-day activities. There's a prize to be won. So we work with the State Department very closely on these programs because they believe that, the Obama administration believe that, you know, we need to give voice to African people. It's something they believe very, very strongly.
So after the winner walks away with 50,000, what are you doing to support these projects?
So the current winners, for example, who are in West Africa and Central, and then the East Africa, so the 6 winners are going to go to Accra with us, April the 5th. We'll be honoring them there. So the winners have a business support from us. They have a technical support from my colleague Jonathan Gozier in Washington, D.C. They have amazing platform. We help them with grants, solutions. Indigo Trust help them. They've got platform like TED conferences. They can attend those conferences. They got a 1-year marketing with us, so we really support them. So they're not alone. It's not because they won the prizes. We just leave them on their own. They have they've got access to our network. So they just, it's life changing for them.
Here's the issue: we have not yet settled on the kind of apps we're going to develop. Right. We've got the problems. How are we going to get the message out to people?
Let's also go by giving suggestions.
Yes,
if you have
I suggested the mobile application. Right.
As much as we really like to come up with policies, and we hope that policies will save us, but come on, we've got the solutions under our nose.
You can't do, because most of these farmers, they rely on rain. They only do their farming that's during summer. But now you can give information via an application that you can still do irrigation and such crops within such a period or such month. You can have a better yield and then the type of soils that are there.
What did you say? What you talked about? What challenges have you found? What are the problem, the solution? Group number 1. You want to come and present your group?
We suggested that we might also have what we call a two-way SMS a two-way SMS, which is actually an interactive.
Yes, and then if you need some partners to work together in the West or across Africa, this is being implemented already. I can give you some contacts if you want to take this further. Group number 2.
One of the questions that came up was, I think when we were doing the first presentation, some people talked about the strategy, yet we don't have policies around climate change.
I think what has just been witnessed here can also be the same scenario if we go down there and try to do participatory vulnerability analysis, and really we get the point from those old people. They come up with also good ideas. even they at parliamentary level, they don't even know such good ideas.
Application developers versus the rest of us. Is there any synergy? I think we spent the first part of the discussion trying to find the synergy, and this meeting is very important because most of the time we are thinking, I'm in civil society, I'm doing what I know best. What does application developing have to do with me? Issues of early warning systems were also highlighted, that the SMS will also be used to warn farmers ahead of droughts so that they can be able to be prepared.
I didn't think that that there was a very interest in the link between information technology and climate change, and it's really interesting to find that climate change also has an impact on several other issues, not only the climate but other issues like development, the economic situations, what you call this, transportation. Yeah, we are all affected, with climate change.
And then put that person on the map and say Zimbabwe have found a developer who has developed, like the team leaders just mentioned. Let's do that for a start. And then all the rest will come up because we're going to have Zimbabwe on the map on a technology level.